Life does not unfold in a straight line. It twists, turns, and throws unexpected challenges our way. Some people crumble under pressure, while others rise, adapt, and claim victory even in the most difficult circumstances. What separates these two groups? It's not luck, talent, or privilege. It's the strength of their minds. The ability to train your mind to claim success in every situation is not a mystical gift reserved for a chosen few. It is a skill, one that can be developed through discipline, responsibility, and relentless self-improvement. The world is chaotic, unpredictable, and often unfair. But within that chaos lies opportunity if you have the mental fortitude to seize it. The first step is recognizing that your mind is your greatest weapon. A disciplined mind does not succumb to fear, procrastination, or self-pity. It assesses, adapts, and acts. Every challenge you face is a test, not of your circumstances, but of your ability to navigate them. When you take responsibility for your life, you shift from being a passive victim to an active participant in your own destiny. Small, consistent actions build unshakable confidence. You don't become resilient by avoiding hardship. You become resilient by confronting it, one step at a time. Every time you choose discipline over laziness, courage over fear, and action over excuses, you strengthen your mind. Adversity is not your enemy, it is your teacher. The struggles you endure today are forging the person you will become tomorrow. Finally, clarity of purpose is essential. Without a clear goal, the mind wanders, distracted by trivialities and setbacks. But when you know what you're fighting for, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? So train your mind, take responsibility, embrace the struggle, and claim your victory, not just in moments of ease, but in every situation life throws at you. Because in the end, the battle is not won out there, it's won inside your own mind. The power of mental discipline. A strong mind is not a gift, it is forged through relentless effort, unwavering focus, and the refusal to surrender to chaos. Mental discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Without it, even the most talented individuals crumble under pressure, while those who cultivate it rise above adversity, no matter how fierce the storm. The first step in training your mind is understanding that discipline is not repression, it is liberation. A mind that succumbs to every impulse, distraction, or fleeting emotion is a mind enslaved. But when you impose order on your thoughts, when you choose focus over distraction, effort over comfort, and long-term gain over short-term pleasure, you reclaim control. Every time you resist the temptation to procrastinate, every time you push through fatigue, every time you silence self-doubt and act despite fear, you strengthen your mental resilience. True discipline is not just about forcing yourself to work, it's about aligning your actions with purpose. It means setting clear goals and holding yourself accountable even when no one is watching. It means recognizing that failure is not an endpoint, but a lesson, one that sharpens your strategy for the next attempt. The disciplined mind does not see obstacles as impassable walls. It sees them as challenges to be dismayed. Architect of your destiny, everything shifts. You stop asking, why does this keep happening to me? And start asking, what can I do to change it? This shift in perspective transforms victims into warriors. Responsibility means owning your mistakes without self-flagellation, learning from them rather than wallowing in regret. It means recognizing that while you cannot control every event in your life, you can always control your response. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for permission, for luck, or for someone else to save you. You become the driving force of your own life. The strongest individuals in history did not rise because they had no problems. They rose because they refused to be defined by them. They took responsibility for their circumstances, no matter how unfair, and used that ownership as fuel to push forward. If you want to claim victory in every situation, start by claiming responsibility for every part of your life. Only then will you have the power to change it. Order through small victories. Life's greatest achievements are not built in single, earth-shattering moments, but through the quiet accumulation of small, disciplined actions. The path to mastery begins with recognizing that every monumental success is the sum of tiny, consistent efforts, each one a brick laid in the foundation of your future. When you train your mind to focus on these incremental victories, you cultivate a resilience that no setback can destroy. The human mind craves progress, yet often resists the patience required to achieve it. We dream of grand transformations, but falter at the daily grind. This is where most fail, not from lack of ambition, but from an unwillingness to embrace the mundane work that ambition demands. The antidote? Break your largest goals into the smallest possible actions, and then conquer them one by one. Make your bed, write one page, complete one rep. These acts may seem insignificant in isolation, but their power lies in repetition. Each small win reinforces discipline, builds confidence, and rewires your brain to associate effort with reward. Chaos thrives in the absence of order, and nothing imposes order like the ritual of small daily triumphs. When you commit to mastering the minute details, you create a framework of competence that scales to larger challenges. A pianist does not begin with a concerto, they start with scales. A champion athlete does not emerge overnight, they submit to the grueling repetition of fundamentals. The same principle applies to every domain of life. What you do daily matters more than what you do occasionally. Procrastination and overwhelm are the enemies of progress, and they flourish when we fixate on distant, overwhelming objectives. But when you shift your focus to the next immediate, achievable step, you bypass paralysis, you move, momentum builds, and suddenly the impossible becomes inevitable. This is the alchemy of small victories. They transmute anxiety into action, and action into unstoppable forward motion. The world belongs to those who understand that discipline is not a dramatic gesture, but a lifestyle of consistent, purposeful effort. Start small, but start now. Win the morning, then the day. Dominate the minute tasks, and the years will bend to your will. When you train your mind to find triumph in the trivial, you ensure that no situation, no matter how daunting, can ever defeat you. The necessity of adversity is not life's mistake, it is life's curriculum. Every struggle you encounter carries hidden lessons. Every setback conceals unseen advantages, and every hardship contains the raw materials for your eventual triumph. The mind that learns to embrace difficulty rather than flee from it becomes unconquerable, for it has transformed what breaks most people into what strengthens it. Human beings are anti-fragile. We do not merely endure stress, we grow stronger from it when approached correctly. Muscles break down under tension only to rebuild with greater capacity. Bones subjected to pressure develop denser structures. The mind operates by the same principle. Challenge it with difficulty and it adapts. Safety equals success and comfort equals happiness. The truth is precisely opposite. Meaningful achievement demands voluntary confrontation with difficulty. Seek challenges before they are forced upon you. Train under conditions harder than you'll face in reality. Welcome obstacles as examinations of your progress. When you stop asking why me and start asking what does this make possible, you unlock a paradoxical truth. The very experiences we instinctively avoid are those that cultivate our highest potential. Adversity is the universe's most effective teacher, but only for those willing to be its student. The storms you weather revision. You gain the superhuman ability to cut through noise, endure hardship, and transform obstacles into stepping stones. Purpose is not a vague desire for success or happiness. These are byproducts, not destinations. True purpose is a specific, compelling vision so clear you can taste it, one that pulls you forward even when motivation fails. It answers three fundamental questions. What are you willing to struggle for? What problem are you solving? Who are you becoming? When these answers live in your bones, every decision simplifies. You stop wasting energy on trivialities and begin operating with the focus of a laser beam. History's most impactful individuals shared this trait. Their sense of purpose acted as an unshakable inner compass. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't fight for better race relations. He fought for a dream so vivid, he described its colors. Elon Musk doesn't pursue innovation. He races to make humanity multiplanetary. Their clarity transforms impossible missions into inevitable realities because purpose performs alchemy. It converts fatigue into fuel, fear into focus, and time into a weapon. The modern world conspires against purpose with endless distractions masquerading as opportunities. Social media feeds scream for attention. The news cycle manufactures outrage. Well-meaning people project their expectations onto you. Without an unassailable why, you'll chase shadows until exhaustion claims you. But with purpose as your foundation, you develop discernment, the ability to say no to 99 good things so you can say hell yes to the one essential thing. Developing this clarity requires brutal self-honesty. Most people's stated purposes are borrowed, not earned. Parental expectations, societal scripts, or ego-driven fantasies that collapse under pressure. Your real purpose reveals itself in what you're willing to suffer for, what keeps you up at night, what you'd pursue even if no one ever applauded. Find that thread and you've found your lifeline through every storm. Purpose also functions as your psychological armor. When criticism comes, and it will, clarity lets you distinguish between useful feedback and meaningless noise. When failure strikes, as it must, purpose reminds you that setbacks are data points, not verdicts. And when you stand at life's inevitable crossroads, that inner compass ensures you choose direction over distraction every time. Train your mind to filter every decision through your purpose, and you'll develop an unfair advantage, the ability to spot opportunities others miss and persist where others quit. While the world chases shiny objects, you'll be building something real. While others drown in trivial concerns, you'll move with the unstoppable force of a river carving canyons. This is the power of clarity. It doesn't just guide you, it transforms you into someone capable of achieving what you've envisioned. Your purpose is your North Star in darkness, your anchor in chaos, and the engine that converts struggle into meaning. Define it with precision. Commit to it without reservation, and no situation will ever leave you directionless again. The most dangerous person in the world isn't the strongest or smartest, it's the one who knows exactly why they're fighting. Become that person. The unbreakable mind life does not ask permission before testing you. It simply arrives unannounced with challenges that reveal the strength or weakness of your mind. But here's the truth you must carry forward. Every situation is yours to claim if you've trained yourself to see opportunity where others see obstacles. Mental discipline turns effort into instinct. Responsibility transforms victims into architects. To create an instinct. To create an instinct. Questions are meant to be found, to answer before they can be answered. Mental discipline turns effort into architecture. Small victories compound into unshakable confidence. Adversity becomes your sharpening stone. And clarity of purpose ensures that no storm can blow you off course. These are not philosophies. They are survival tools forged in the fires of real struggle and proven by those who refuse to be defeated. The world is not fair, but it is malleable to those willing to act. You will face setbacks, yes. You will encounter moments where quitting seems easier than continuing. But remember, the mind is not a passenger, it is the driver. Every thought you nurture, every habit you build, and every challenge you embrace rewires your capacity to conquer. So stand firm, act deliberately, refuse to surrender to chaos. The battles you fight within yourself determine the victories you achieve in the world. Train your mind relentlessly, and no force on earth can stop you from claiming what is yours. The choice is yours. Will you bend or will you rise? The answer defines everything.